Okay, so we did the system schema on there, and now we will look at the free body diagram or the force diagram. Some people will call them force diagrams. Some people will call them free body diagram. So I'm just gonna use both there. And if I'm talking about the free body diagram, and it's for this system up here with the kid and the jetpack. So now that means that when I draw a symbol here, this that represents the kid and the backpack. Kid and the backpack. Now, most of the time we don't put those letters in there. I'm just putting those letters in there to say, hey, this circle represents the kid and the backpack. And so now what I'm going to do with a free body diagram or a force diagram is I need to then talk about what forces interact with the kid and the jetpack. So that means which things kind of cross through this barrier to interact with the kid and the jetpack. Well, I see this double-headed arrow with the Earth. That means there's a gravitational force, Earth on the kid and jetpack. I think I said backpack. Kid and jetpack. I'm going to go with kid just to say kid and jetpack. Then, and that's gravitational interaction with the kid there as well. And then we have the skateboard interacting with the kid. So then we've got this arrow going up, and that's the force of the skateboard on the kid and the jetpack, and that supporting force would be a normal force. And now, if we're going with the jetpack and we're looking at this thing trying to make the kid go, then we need to think about some of the other stuff that might be interacting. And we didn't include, woo, and we maybe missed something up here as we look at this. So now the thing that makes the jetpack go forward, if we think about there being something that jetpack is pushing out, that jetpack is pushing out air. And so that air is one thing that wasn't included in the initial one. I'm going to include air. And the air interacts with everything, bumping into and off of. But the primary thing, the most important thing for what we're looking at would be the air interacting with a jetpack. Because what ends up happening with the air and the jetpack, I'm going to zoom in on the jetpack. So we'll say there's a thing here, a chamber here, where there's a bunch of air. And then over here is like the valve that allows the space where the air can get pushed out. And what happens, here, let's see if I can get the eraser going. So what ends up happening is the air that's inside, here we'll make this look, there we go. The air particles that are inside, we'll go red air particles. Air particles that are inside are bumping off of everything. Some are pushing up, some are pushing down. That up and down kind of cancel. Some are up here and some are down there. Those two kind of cancel. One is over here, one is over here. Those two kind of cancel. But then we have one pushing this way and one going, whoop, I don't know what happened there. Somehow I hit the erase thing. I don't know how that transitions to that. Bugger. All right, we'll go back to it. Those two cancel. Those two cancel. That cancels. But now we have this one that does not cancel. One pushes forward, and the one that pushes back actually isn't hitting a part of the jetpack, right? The one that pushes back, those air particles just keep on going, and they leave. So this arrow pushing forward on the chamber inside the jetpack makes the jetpack go to the right on this diagram. And this arrow is an air particle, is and air particle on the jetpack, right? So then if I'm going to go with an arrow to the right, it's a force of the air on the jetpack. And the jetpack and kid are part of our system. So I could say air and the kid with the jetpack. Now what we're going to name that force here, yeah, some people like to use the word thrust, like the thrust of a rocket engine, something like that. I think if we go with thrust here, that's okay. I just want to make sure we know that that's the air on the kid and jetpack system. And this setup is very similar to what happens with the balloon rocket, right? I mean, there is the air particles pushing all around inside of there as well. So there's our force and free body diagram aspect to the system schema and the balloon rocket. Good day.